pressure. I remember they just married about to wedded in the car. You think that maybe it's going to die next month or the next 2 days. But can you believe up to now she's still there? And the husband who has okay, that she's there. I know this one, baby. This one is different, and the one I'm talking about. That one, when she sits in somewhere, she doesn't move. She has to stay there and do maybe she is going to be because of how
Unfortunate. So today we shall be talking about cancer.
I saw that river. It wasn't cancer,
No,
just facts.
yeah, just facts.
It was looking bad, scary.
That was why I posted it to scare you away. To be serious about changing.
Then the other, when Simon saw it, the one of
Yeah,
Ethiopia.
yeah. Okay, okay. So we are starting. Okay, so thank you for coming. Today we shall be talking about cancer. I think last week was World Cancer Day, as and your colleagues were in those sides of Imparara or Ritono.
Mm.
Yes. So, what is causing this rise of cancer? I think. What comes to your mind when you think of cancer? It's
The causes of
no, the
cancer.
word cancer itself. Think about death.
Of course, it is the body.
Pain.
There's nothing good about cancer.
No. So, and now these days they say getting cancer, you'd rather get AIDS, HIV.
At least for that one,
Because
there's a treatment.
it is
You
yeah,
you can live.
you can live, but with the cancer, even this week,
Yes.
was it on Tuesday,
Mm.
we lost a neighbor, died of the cancer. I'm not sure if it was cancer or what.
Okay.
He was a little 78 years.
Wow.
Immediate neighbor. So,
So, yeah, yeah. It is real now.
it's a bad disease.
That disease, it is real. People are getting it. Um, I think even the word cancer comes from. If you have seen even the Uganda Cancer Institute, they have that signpost of a lobster. You know, that animal, that seafood, that lobster. It's a red animal which has a yeah, you know what's it called?
The one with many.
Yes. Mm. So that's the word comes from there, and they say just because that's how the cancers when the part of the body which has cancer also has a lot of blood coming to it, so it looks red and huge as a cancer. I think so. It's something which has been there for long. It has always been there, but we're only coming to know what it is actually. But I guess just like another thing before then, you say it was a witchcraft. You say it was maybe God was
But
anointing
now
you.
it has increased. Those days it wasn't as it is now.
Yes. And that's what we are talking about today. What has led it to increase today where we are living? So of course, cancer is now it's one of the leading causes of death in the world, and the factors which cause it are diet, physical activity, sleep, smoking, alcohol, stress, and pollution are things which are increasing the cancer rates. Now in the world, as you can see, the top 10 cancers in the world are number one still is the cervix, the one of women. very high, the rates in women, especially around those ages of now, late 50s to 60s, from 40s to 60s. I don't know who was telling us, but someone died, or someone was dealing with cancer. I think I heard it the other day. Can't remember. Someone was talking about how there was a lady who had kind of cancer. But yeah, it starts, but it normally becomes now dangerous in those late 80s. But it starts from young age. Now, next to it, as you can see here, for men, for gender equality, we have prostate cancer. Yes. For them, they have cervix. You get the prostate.
Not there, too.
Yes, yes. Very, very deadly.
But what impressed me these days,
Mm.
my first time to go for that test
Yeah.
was in Mwago, we had a research.
Okay.
You know that machine they put you
Yes, yes.
behind
To take care.
but now you just
These days, you just put the finger. Yeah.
eh,
Yes, yes. True, true. The strip for testing. Yeah, unlike before where they needed to take sample on the prostate. I think I've not even put it why it's becoming common, but maybe we'll discuss it a bit after. Coming back, number three is women again, breast cancer. It's also now very dead for women, and that's why we say one of the things is self breast examination for everyone. But fun enough, it also happens in men, but it's very rare. But there are men who also get breast cancer
this.
because you have the same sort of. It's just that there are differences. Yeah. So even men can still get breast cancer. Fortunately, also it is both deadly, but it's also um, self-esteem because you see for prevention, but also for treatment, you'll have to now remove the breast, and sometimes you have to also remove the other one. If it was one, so someone now even, especially a woman, can damage their self-esteem. Actually, it's one of the big things, uh, which leads someone not to even go for it, the treatment. Yeah, because the only real is to remove the breast. So Kaposi sarcoma, now this one came to be because of HIV. So that is the cancer which is linked to the HIV, where someone has. But before back in the days, now these days you not see it because people are getting treatment. But before I think people will be seeing red patches in the face, yeah, yeah, brownish with blue color, even the hand, and you have it with patches.
And there is where they say that when you take that result there, they can cause cancer when you are not taking
Themselves causing cancer, the ARVs.
the other way.
Um, not necessarily, but a lot of them have side effects. So that's why they keep on changing. Before the ones they used to give, they have changed because they have some can damage kidneys, others damage blood. So they keep on changing. Now the current ones lead to a lot of actual diabetes. A lot of people who have HIV are living with diabetes and even hypertension because of the medications. There's a certain type, DTG, which is highly linked to that. Yeah. When we continue, we have esophagus cancer. And, throat, it's also becoming common. Yeah. Mm. So we used to say
Painful.
because it makes you actually stuff. It's literally because by the time it blocks urea, no
They are
food.
called this one. The only things was taking
Yeah.
is mango juice. Okay.
So I think we shall discuss it, but we used to say that the five S's which cause it: spirits, that's of course alcohol, smoking, is one. There was smoking, then there's spirits, smoking, spices, hot food. That's one of the risk factors. I think the other one was squamous cell. So there are this thing condition where when you eat food, you feel things burning. So if you overhabit that condition, every time you eat, especially women, especially in pregnancy, when the stomach is being pushed, that acid which keeps on pushing to the esophagus, the tract, keeps on damaging, and that the cells start changing, and it disposes you to get that cancer of the esophagus also. So those are not good to have it happen often. Continuing, the, the one which is deadliest is this one which we call colorectum. The reason why it's deadliest is because it's the hardest one to diagnose, to catch actually. By the time someone gets this one, it means that cancer has grown so much that it's either blocking the colon, the intestines, or someone starts bleeding, which can take some good time. So a lot of now famous people, I think even the former deputy speaker, uh, Jacob, and yeah. So a lot of famous people who even have wealth and money, this one kills them because you not know it. By the time you know it, it's already too late. Yeah, for the colon, the stomach. Liver is also becoming increasing. Part of it is because of alcohol. Part of it is the fat. Now the one of like the fat also comes related. Um, Also for it has an infection, the HPV. So you say someone has to take those vaccines. I don't know whether you have ever taken the that is the vaccines for hepatitis. You have taken it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
But
Yes.
I didn't get the last
And not
one.
completed those. And the first two are the most important. The third one is more of a booster. But yeah, they just you have to keep. But it's good to take it every 10 years. They say to prevent you from getting that hepatitis B and C, the two which also lead. Continue. We have lymphoma, especially non-Hodgkin's. Now that is the cancer of the blood. So there are two types. There's leukemia, which is now the cancer which the so one is the blood itself, or the parts of the body, the bone marrow which produce blood. That's for the ones which you call leukemia. Too much blood. Lymphoma are the what you call the lymph nodes. Those are now the lymphomas. There was a common one in kids where you see it's called buckets, where it gets to the jaw. And it's common in kids. That's one. But yeah, it's also becoming common these days. I think we have some a client who think that it was a lymphoma, wasn't it? Yeah. For the other client, the wife of the um, yeah, mm, it's possible. Okay, ovaries. It's also yeah there for women. So you can see women have one, two, three. Yes, because the ovaries are there. But I'm seeing also men's, just to equalize, also the penis cancer. It's also the cancer of the penis shaft. Mm. So this was now the top 10 cancers in the world, but it keeps on changing. Now there's a one which is missing here. So these figures could not be fully accurate because still in the world, the first number one we say still is the lungs, so the cancer of the lungs. Smoking, but even not smoking these days. You cannot be smoking, but you'll still get even because of the pollution in the air. That's what we talk about. So that's one of lungs. Which other cancers do you know? Maybe which we have not mentioned. Yeah. Which other cancers have you heard about?
This cancer that disorganizes you find the jaws, that one is what?
Yeah, you become shapeless.
The face.
The face,
You find like the mouth, the teeth coming out.
Yeah, those are the cancers.
Sometimes the pus comes out from the.
It's possible. That could be the cancer of the mouth. So even there are these cancers which happen inside.
Yeah, for the whole head only.
Mm. So there could be maybe the cancer of the jaw,
We had the neighbor who had
the face.
the mouth swell, the teeth came out like this.
I think it was the cancer of the mouth now. Yeah. So it's like, yeah. So it is also that one of the
It's
mouth.
not among those.
It has not been listed here, but it's also there.
Mm.
Another one is cancer of the
And
stomach.
it's more common with young people.
The stomach.
That one you can hear
It
about.
affects the intestine.
Now, the instance was the colon. Now, this one is the stomach itself, which is up. Yeah. Last time we talked about the differences. So for it, it's happening. If you have ulcers for long, it can turn to stomach cancer. Yeah. Um,
And there is this, what is it? Diabetes. But I remember when we were still young,
okay.
somebody would get a wound and it would not heal. You remember?
Oh yes, yes. Okay.
And
Yeah, that one of legs. Yeah, though it's not a cancer, but it is different. That one is it's what you call gangrene, dry gangrene on someone. Yeah,
it is not
it's
cancer.
not cancer. Yeah,
So it is not curable.
it is curable, but if now that
Which
yeah
becomes cancer.
depends. Yeah, yeah, it can become cancer, but it depends. If the you see what happens with diabetes. Last time we talked about it. So someone it starts damaging the nerve cells of the body, especially now the limbs. So someone the nerves are not working at the feet, they get an injury, they don't feel it, so it becomes a wound, and then it keeps on now growing. So it eats away the feet, and then now sometimes you just have to do what to save that person because it has become infectious. A bit to amputate and cut the part. Mm. Yeah, so it's not a cancer. So another cancer of women, which is also missing here, is what we call the cancer of the uterus, endometrial cancer. It's also becoming common. So for women. So you have four now,
That one is very
four unique to women. Though breast goes to men get it. Yeah, this for endometrial. So as you can see, majority of women cancers happen at older age. So because of the protective factors of hormones in the body, part of it protects you from getting the cancer. So when you go through menopause, it predisposes you to the cancers at the same time. We'll discover later here, but the things which protect women from cancers, as God has created the body, are having so what we call okay things which predispose. Now the hormones in the body actually are the ones who lead to women cancers, the estrogens. So things which keep those hormones away for a while gives the body a break from those hormones. So pregnancy is the number one. Getting pregnant is important, especially at a young age. I hope some of us are listening. Because when you it gives you it protects you from getting
broadcast.
yeah those cancers. The body gets a break. Also after that, it's also what we call even lactation, breastfeeding. Because if you have seen it, when someone is mother is breastfeeding, she's in family planning, she does not get pregnant. It also protects you from getting. So mainly those two were protective factors. But as you can see, as things have changed a bit, people are getting pregnant later or not. The body is not catching a break. Yeah, it's, it exposes you to these cancers of women. Okay. So as you can see, this one was now cervical cancer. So the rates have increased. Now this was done. It was a research done. You can see show you how the different regions. This was in Uganda, central region. It's like it has peaked in 2013. Don't know what was happening. Was there partying going around? It went down. Somehow it started coming back again a bit. Again it went down, and it seems to be going down. Cervical cancer. So of course, what was the main campaign? I think Simon, you know, vaccines. That's why the government has done a lot of cervical cancer vaccination. Now, this is a cancer which is totally caused by an infection. We call HPV. So if you vaccinate against that infection, you can be safe from it, from that HPV vaccine. With HPV. So as you can see, central now, seeing the northern region had a big peak in 2015, 2016. Don't know what was happening in those years. The month before it started going down. Now another reason why
That
this
is
could
2020.
15 2017. So another reason why this thing is deceptive is these are screenings. So possibly this is when they screen and they realized actually it was huge. Before they might not have even been knowing it. Yeah, before they did maybe the campaign to bring it down a bit. Yeah. But anyway, this chart is just showing you how the cancers have increased, yes, indeed, due to lifestyle, as we have talked about it. So this is now Uganda Cancer Institute. Very busy. I think these days they have built more wards and what.
They are building.
They're always building because it is becoming full. Patients, the caretakers, the
And
families.
they treat the whole of East Africa. For what the cancer
It's huge.
here.
It is possible, yeah.
People come from
Could be the
Kenya,
only-
Tanzania.
It will be, yeah. It is because most likely it will be the only cancer institute in East Africa. Yeah. So it is very huge, and it's still a lot of the services are for free, so people come all over the country looking for care. Um, but I think these days, yeah, they are trying to open regional branches. I think last week they were in Arua, opening a West Nile branch just to decompress the demand. But yeah, it is brutal. It's a lot. And the institute. So let's come to the risk factors. Of course, number one, we have talked about red processed meats are linked to cholesterol and breast cancer. So these foods, these modern foods, are the ones who are linked specifically with this one of the colorectal cancer of the colon. It's actually very important because especially juices now, sugars, high sugars. When you drink something, when you drink or when you take a sugar, ideally it's supposed to go to the stomach. You're supposed to use it. It's supposed to go. But when you drink maybe fruits and even sodas, for it can pass and go down to the intestines and starts feeding parts which were not supposed to be fed. Yes. So cells which are down there, which were not supposed to be exposed to sugar, start testing sugar. And that's what the cancer is. Something starts eating, something starts growing now. Yes, fruit that growth. Yes.
Said even fruits.
Not fruits, but juices.
This.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. But even possibly juices which are natural but which are now liquid because still when you eat now lemon or whatever juice fruit I mean you still digest it and eat. But now when you drink it can also be going being down because normally these days if they make juice alone fruit is okay but they mix sugar, so if it is now mixed with sugar liquid sugar now itself becomes a problem. Red processed meat, that one is still tricky, but yeah, I guess if someone is eating a lot of meat, uh, especially now the one which say like the one which is say what roasted meat, maybe not the boiled one. Of course, low fiber. Fiber is very crucial because fiber helps with removing that food from the, especially the lower colon. So if the food is not being removed out and there's constipation, it means it will be there for a while to be used. So if you're not eating fibers, you're also predisposing down there to the dangerous one. Yeah. And of course, lastly, all these other foods which increase cholesterol and obesity predispose to all the cancers, all of them actually. Yeah. Because obesity, as we talked about, leads to inflammation. Inflammation means the body starts producing more So, of course, the other one, physical activity, exercise, it increases all the cancers, but maybe you can say here, colon, breast, endometrial cancer, when you are not, that's sedentarism. Just like with the other one of excess calories leads to obesity, this one also leads to obesity and insulin resistance, which fuels the cancer growth. Now, another reason why it's important, the aspect of insulin is when the body is going through resistance, we talked about last time, when there's a lot of fat, especially being deposited in the muscles stop listening to the insulin. So that's why someone becomes diabetic. The body is not listening to the hormone, which is supposed to guide you to use the energy, the glucose. So now the body can increase producing that insulin. And what is the job of insulin? It's to push that energy inside and then for the body to grow. So you are having too much of that insulin in the body, so it means it can also go and feed cancer cells to grow. And that's how it leads to it. So when you have diabetes or when you are in that insulin resistance, you're also growing cancerous cells or cancerous parts which have been there quietly sitting, but now they receive a lot of fuel to grow. And of course, inflammation. So it's like we talked about obesity. Too much inflammation keeps the body sick. So exercise keeps that inflammation down and keeps the body healthier. The other one, of course, is sleep, having a good sleep. So good sleep is anti-cancer. When you are sleeping well, there are hormones in the body which are produced. Even the body, last time we talked about, the body has its clock, biological clock, which it goes through. And when you sleep, it recovers, it heals. So if you don't sleep, if you are deprived, you're exposed to all the cancers. Here, they mentioned breast cancer, they mentioned prostate cancer. So people who do night shifts have higher cancer risk because they have disrupted their biological clock. Yeah, I think last time we have talked about majority of people die at night. Do you believe so, Simon? Majority of people die at night. Someone was saying that they will not sleep alone. So, but anyway, that clock.
Somebody was saying,
Mm.
and whether even being born, most people are born at night.
Okay, that one is another. Yeah.
They are conceived.
And the dying also.
It's like someone who is born in whose birthday is November. What does it mean if your birthday is November? It means you're conceived in the Valentine's Day, like last night. Yes. Yes, or even the week. Yes, in that heat. Okay. Alcohol. Yes, alcohol is a. So the WHO has there's what you call carcinogen. Carcinogens are things in the environment which predispose you to cancers, or which actually it pushes the cancers. So if you take it, so cancer, alcohol is in the first group. It is so dangerous, so it's in group 1.
Alcohol is a carcinogen.
Yes. So carcinogens are things which are in the environment or things which we take, which lead us to have cancers. Yeah. So alcohol is in group 1. Actually, it's in the top, maybe with radiations, with HPV, because it is linked with every cancer, especially mouth, throat, esophagus, liver, breast, colon cancer. Alcohol, any alcohol, for it matter. So you will be taking it at your own risk, because
Oh, alcohol.
all alcohol. So even
Even don't.
You're not on.
I don't know which one
It's a
is
local brew
eh,
made out of,
not alcoholic.
banana.
So is it not alcoholic?
It is alcohol.
It's alcohol. We'll say it the way it is. Yes.
But the other
Even
one,
alcohol.
except that it doesn't go through the machines. Because
It is still like alcohol, even if you locally brew it. Actually, the locally is even more dangerous because, ironic enough, yes, they're dangerous because majority of them are highly concentrated. Like wine is not highly concentrated, but a locally brewed spirit, casese,
Wine is okay.
nope, 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 nope.
What was telling us?
Don't is the banana wine.
Yeah. So anyway, You hear the message, how you use it is up to you.
Any
Okay.
alcohol is bad.
And alcohol is bad. Yeah, we shall leave it at that. There are theories of how it can help with digestion, but we cannot promote it, so we say any alcohol is bad. I think last time we had someone saying that there are people who take it to lose weight. I think it was Shiva.
But no,
Food work.
no, that one does it. Because one time I was with some doctors.
Mm.
Not lose weight for diabetes.
Yeah, but to lose that, yes, to lose that
I
weight.
remember it was in 90s, early 90s, they are talking about someone taking a waraji. You know that spirit, waraji,
What a
that he takes it to lose weight. And the doctor was arguing, no, that instead it increases the weight. Because when you take it, you have to eat good food. And by that eating good food, that means eating
Okay.
meat.
can open you up, yeah. Yes, yes.
Kill the harm.
So, just like last time we talked about that, it was Yasino mentioned. It does actually help. It can help you lose weight because it competes with the liver. So that's why someone who takes a lot of alcohol without eating, actually, it's like they are starving. That's why they are given sugars or food, because someone might be hungry. Someone is too hungry, but they don't know it. So it can actually reduce it. But it's like saying fire can help you, I don't know, run. So it's still dangerous, and it has its own. So yes, the, the dangers outweigh the benefits. Yeah. But I know also Uganda is very interesting because Uganda is in top 10 alcohol drinking countries
The whole world.
in the whole world.
You taking alcohol to benefit you in such a way. It's
Mm.
like taking poison to kill the worms in your abdomen.
So at least moderate it. But we say the best is it's not to overtake it. Yeah, not to
I
overtake
had my uncle.
Mm.
He had the they had they I don't know how they found that he had the diabetes, but later on they found it was not diabetes. Now when they told him that he has diabetes, he started taking wallet, that Uganda wallet. But there was no improvement. One time by the time he died, they took him to Malago and they made the operation. Instead, they found it was the liver which had the cancer. By the it had good spirit.
Yeah, that is it.
I don't know that time whether there was no technology.
It's possible. Yeah, it's possible.
Because when I remember the surgeon, when they opened the stomach, they were not opening, not knowing what was there.
Yeah, before. But it's
when
yeah,
they
true,
opened, they
true.
found the liver was.
It is.
The doctor
Yeah.
just
It happens sometimes. Yes,
told you Reverend.
it happens. Yeah, it happens because the machine is like now this CT scan. They cannot see the whole. So you might see and you might think the person is not that badly off, but when you open, you can see the liver already gone. You can see even the cancer has moved now to the stomach. It is already in there. You'll see it now. What you call metastasis. It has already moved left where it was supposed to be. And sometimes you just have to tell the family to say goodbye because yeah, it's too late.
The other doctor told the family, you look for the Reverend.
Best way to go. Yeah. So you can
The
see.
man went to the theater talking. I remember it was during Easter time.
Mm.
I passed in the hospital to see him. Then by that time I worked with him. I was working with the lab.
Wow.
And he told me, I will survive. I remember telling him, you will be okay. The surgeon who is going to work on you. That man was the chairman of the service commission.
Oh. Oh
He
wow.
was the senior surgeon.
Surgeon.
He's the one who created me.
Wow.
So I told him one day, look doctor is going to work on his people. Then I went to pray. When I was there, we had the news, hey, they have opened the stomach, they have found the liver is very
Unfortunate. Yeah. So yeah, the body can function well when you're actually about to die. So it's a bit of a miracle, but yeah, some people actually especially if the thing is so serious, because now like pain, the pain can disappear. So like the body is already gone, but someone is not feeling the pain. They're not, because it has already eaten up even the nerves. Yeah. So yeah, liver cancer, alcohol. That one is like actually there are two. Yes, yes. There's another cancer which is even deadlier than liver, which is also caused by alcohol. I think you have been following this case of chameleon. Yes. What? Yes. Alcohol. So there's that organ in the body, the one which produces the diabetes, the pancreas. Yes, pancreatic cancer. The death rate is almost 90 something percent. You cannot protect. That one is by the time someone is diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and it's so alcohol leads to now the inflammation. Then it can proceed to cancer now, because that organ has the insulin, but also has a lot of the gastric juices, the acids in the stomach come from that. So if now it starts leaking to the body, so that's how. So the pancreas is also important actually, especially with cancer, with alcohol and cancer. Smoking is linked with all the cancers. It is literally, because even itself, you see, it has 70 known carcinogens. Itself has so many different things that, and one by one, have all of them lead to cancers. Then you put them all together, and you smoke. So, yeah, I think there's nothing. At least alcohol, you might say it is social drink, but smoking, there's nothing good about it that you can really give it for it. Yeah, it is dangerous. And yeah, I was just comparing the two. I'm not promoting the alcohol, but I'm just comparing it. Just like so yeah, it's smoking. And thankfully, there's a lot of campaign, public health. I think yeah. So you even say now, society these days. I think those days when you guys were younger, it was more common.
during our time.
Yeah,
When you were a teenager, it was a must that
it was a cool thing.
even me, I smoked for some time.
You were like famous now when all the young girls will be there. Yes, I
These
think.
days, everybody used to smoke. And now
Yeah.
there is a lot of discipline.
Thankfully, we have
People are not
fought it.
smoking these days.
Yeah, we have to fight. Public health, the ministry, everyone campaigns against it. Still, there are a lot of campaigns going on. Tobacco tax, tobacco what? We just wish it was the same for alcohol. Now I'm correcting myself. Okay, so stress also contributes to cancer risk, because just like we talked about inflammation, that sickness of the body, a lot of stress leads to sickness of the body, chronic stress, because it reduces the immunity. So let me also put it this way. Do you know if all of us can be having cancers right now? It's just that our body is fighting it. It's just that our body. That's why cancers come out only when you get so old, because the body. What's a cancer? A cancer is just, now let me say, today if you have a wound, the body will try and recover, isn't it? So a cancer is like that process of the body healing, but instead of healing and stopping, it keeps on growing. So our body keeps on having even mutations deep down, but it keeps on fighting it, destroying. So things like obesity, like inflammation, stress, chronic stress, lead to now the body not being fighting the cancer and ignoring it till it grows. So even that process of the inflammation. So yes, chronic stress, having a lot of stress all the time, it's not good. So that's why I promote exercise, promote stress management, meditation, good support. I was about to say alcohol, but let me leave alcohol out. But anyway, it's also coping skills. That's why people not only take alcohol, but people even smoke sometimes to deal with the stress. But it's like you are helping one, but you are leading to the other one. Yeah, you're leading to the other one. So the one which you cannot control is air pollution now, because society now where we live, there's a lot of pollution, factories, industries, gas, what, in the vehicles,
The
yeah.
other day, what was it on the
Mm,
I boarded the taxi from home to town. So when I reached in town, I was
mm,
with my
yeah,
ampere.
yeah,
The
yes.
things which came out was black,
Wow.
like the smoke of
You
vehicles.
can see the smoke of vehicles, yeah. It is unfortunate. Actually, now in some places in the world, like in China, because they have so many industries, you see the way we are seeing ourselves clearly. The air is dusty, the air is dark. It is so polluted that people walk with masks. Because even this normal air it has been now polluted, yeah, local pollution. So, but that is the world we live in now. I think there isn't really much which can be done about that one. Now, but there are also these local pollutions, which is what you call now cooking food indoors. That one is also not good. Yeah, this indoor pollution actually just uh, because also these gases, these machines, but even just the charcoal, all those things.
And I
So it's
see a
not
lot
good.
of people.
Mm.
And even myself, we used to burn Blueberry. We'd collect them and burn them. And when they burn
Inside the
when you
house.
are there,
Yeah, yeah,
that's like,
yeah. True, true. Speaking of pollutions, there are not just the air, but even environment. There are pollutions these days which has been found in the testicles of men. Actually, very leading to a lot of infertility. There's a lot of these chemicals in there. Some of it they say that you can find them in even. Have you seen these receipts? Receipts like these receipts which they print.
hey,
Yes, for example,
Which one?
that plastic of the receipt. Have you seen these receipt printers? Now, okay, like now you go and buy something, then they are like maybe like an MTN, like a bank, they print for you a plastic sort of a receipt. Now those receipts have that chemical. Yeah, actually they say it's not good for men to touch it. So if you are with your wife, you should not touch it. And that are big for you.
but are they plastic? I think they are paper.
There's a way they're plastic paper. They are not fully plastic like kafera,
Yeah.
but they have some things. Yeah, mm,
So they are not
yeah, like
they are not good
silicone.
touch.
For men, there are a lot of there's research was done, but it was not here. A lot of men have those things in their testicles now. Those things go direct down there, and even infertility, other
Even
issues
if
from
you wash hands,
eh,
washing
even centers.
frequently.
But yeah, even the airtime ones had those ones, especially with the nails. Those ones. So, but there are a lot of them these days. But anyway, a lot of caferas, there are a lot of products which has been leading to us to be exposed to it. Uh, we mentioned even some down here. So yes, other risk factors which we have not talked about. We've already talked about obesity, the role it plays. Of course, age, all the age. Part of the reasons why we have a lot of cancer is because we are living long. Perhaps we were supposed to be dying younger, but now because of modern technology, we're living longer, so we are getting a lot of the cancers. Because yeah, that's why we have even seen that other chart which showed you, like majority of the cancers only come out later at older age. Yeah. Of course, family history, yes. If you had a family history of cancers, means you can inherit those now from your parents. Yes. Actually, genetics. There are people who can afford, they go and test themselves now, like for breast cancer. There was a famous actress called Angelina Jolie. She tested herself. She discovered that she has the same gene which led her mother to die from cancer. What did she do? She removed both of her breasts. Yeah. So there are these tests.
So they can.
Yes, before they can come, because the risk of getting was so high. But anyway, she had money, so she got replacements. So yeah, that's a different system. So there are tests for the genetics for the different cancers. Now, like the one of the colon, there's a different types of genes which you can detect for the colon cancer. Um, yeah, so there are different cancers which have their own genes to be screened for. and then someone can do something about it before it becomes just to get to avoid it. So family history is important. Part of modern lifestyle is what you can call promiscuity and polygamous lifestyle. Yes, has led us to have, we have talked about cervical cancer. Why is it happening at today's world? It was not happening before because yes, younger girls are being exposed to. So let me put it this way: the so there's what we call secondary maturation. Men and women go through that secondary, that adolescence, where the body changes, and the body becomes now a woman, the shape of a woman, the shape of a man. But in that time when it's changing, the the body parts now, like the cervix, is still weak. So that's why they get cancers, because if now that person gets that infection of HPV when they are from 13, 14, 15, and the cervix is yet to fully become stronger the way it is now as an adult woman, that's where now the cancers happen. Makes sense? That's why cervical cancer is becoming more common at a young age. So exposure to sex before going through that full maturation, yeah, leads women to get sex. Anyway, it's all up for knowledge, but these days we're also having other cancers, what you can call throat cancers, what you can call cancers in the anal orifice, because of the different practices, promiscuity as we call it. At a young age, someone is getting cancers which were not supposed to be from there. Even the penile cancer, talked about it, it's also there. Polygamous lifestyle. There was a president in Argentina, famous president, who his first wife died of a cancer. He married again, second wife also died. Same thing, cancer. So what was happening? So of course it was polygamy. In a sense, he was giving them the cancers, the cervical cancers, yeah. So moving around, we have talked about now hepatitis. Hepatitis is also an STI. That's why we say someone should get vaccines. But it's also, yes, someone can catch it through infection, and then it goes to the liver, and then they get the cancer. Of course, the big one, HIV, is still there. That's why it also has its cancers which come with it. So yes, the modern lifestyle, which has changed, which has shifted us, which has exposed us to more, is also a risk factor. Contraceptives themselves, I think we have talked about why those hormones. Now, contraceptives, what we call the combined contraceptive pills, the CCPs, are producing the same hormones, just like the one which are found in the body of a woman. So how do they work? When you take those hormones, they overwhelm the body, that the body has to shut down the natural hormones. That's why they have those hormones, actually. So just like we have talked about pregnancy at a young age, for our young girls, it's important because it prevents you from getting it, because it gives the break. But now imagine if you have been exposed to for the last 20, 30 years. So the cancers of women, we have talked about the cancer of the ovaries, the cancer of endometrium, the breast cancer, at least those three. Cosmetics. So why are cosmetics important also in today's era? A lot of cosmetics also have those hormones in it. Now that is dangerous to women, but also to men. Touching those cosmetics or female cosmetics, actually also you also get some of those hormones in your body. So which also makes you at risk to get cancers. Yeah. Or if you accidentally touch. Also, yes, I think that's also something new to you as men are being more exposed, not just for cancers, but also obesity, also the body changing, the morphology of men. For men also to get what we call gynecomastia, that they start developing also breast like a woman. A lot of it is because of that exposure to this estrogen. These are artificial estrogens, artificial hormones, which are found in some of those cosmetics of today's time. Yeah, so you need to be careful. Medications also, yeah, there are some drugs which also can be exposed to cancer. Some have, yeah, whenever they test, now they remove when they discover. But also radiations. I think now today's time where we're living in a society where there's a lot of radiations, even our phone is radiating all the time, the computer, computers, we have antennas next to us. So that's when we're just at its mercy now. Radiation is everywhere. It is those radio waves. Yeah. But there are, of course, the more extreme radiations now, nuclear weapons. Yeah, places where now they drop nuclear weapons, like in Japan. Still, even the kids who are born 70 years later getting some of these cancers. Because you know the thing about radiation is once you drop them, they take centuries to die off. So the radiation will still be there. So and then for them they just come and damage the DNA, which is now the meat. So by damaging the normal DNA, they produce mutations. Yeah. So radiation is also not good, but it's an occupational hazard. To be living in modern life now, you're just going to be exposed to it as much as without nothing to do. So of course, prevention, yeah, things which we have always been doing here. Adopt plant-based. Now here they're promoting plant, anti-inflammatory diet. So inflammation, we have talked about, that's the body being sick. So food is which makes you sickly. Yes, eating a lot of meat can also make you sickly. That's why you can start feeling sleepy. So these things, but there are other foods which also bring inflammation to the body. Processed food, we talked about high sugar food. So of course, reducing them is very important. Physical activity, I think that one cannot be overstated. Healthy sleep, same thing. Alcohol and smoking, reducing, very true. Stress, exposures, so the concepts which we have been talking about. Yeah, so lastly, modern lifestyle choices have profound impact on cancer risk. By making conscious changes in those diet, exercise, sleep, stress, we can significantly reduce the burden of cancer for all of us. Yes, that is it. Thank you for attending. Any questions, any comments, any stories? I think you have learned one or two things. I see you, Simon, shaking your head when I talked about cosmetics. I don't know. You have learned, you're going to do some new changes. Yeah. it's,
You don't use cosmetics.
yeah, but what I was saying is like,
On the
you,
whatever that transferred.
yes,
the
you
wife.
touch now, or the wife touches you. That's how you get the cosmetics. Yes, that was it. You might not use it, but
That's how they end up getting lipstick.
What was it today yesterday? I was telling her that changing those lotions,
yeah.
you put this and that.
Anyways, it is just for knowledge, but yeah, we need to know. We need to be careful. Yeah.
They are very dangerous.
But not just, but anyway, even that's why I said even for the woman herself. Even for the woman herself. Some might not have it. Anyway, that's why sometimes it's also good for you to read, because most of them have the ingredients, so you can read, you can look for.
They lie about them, the ingredients.
It's also unfortunate because ideally in countries, yeah, some countries have like now like NDA is supposed to screen, or even UNDA is supposed to screen and be like, is this cancer? But also, yeah, where sometimes they don't do that. Yeah, but they were more dangerous things, but they keep eliminating it, of course. So there's always research going around. They discover this thing has been leading to this. They ban now that product. I think it was in US where they banned. There's this baby oil. Is it a baby lotion? Yeah, but, yeah, Johnson and Johnson. Yeah, because they discovered it was actually having some dangerous things. Yeah. But as we live in a modern life, the things we can control are our exercise, our diet, our sleep, stress, alcohol, smoking. At least if we can manage those other things, we leave it to God. Yeah. That's it. Yes. Prevent. You prevent what you can as a man. There's a one I have not mentioned. Speaking of that, prostate cancer. Why do you think prostate cancer is becoming more common in men, especially with older guys? Have we talked about it? Maybe. No, it's not promiscuity actually. It is the lack of it.
The lack of what?
The lack of having sex.
Not being active.
Yes, yes. That is actually what they refer to.
So When you are active, you may never.
So okay, let me explain it. So the prostate gland itself, it's a gland which produces things which contribute now to lubrication, and they produce part of that sperm, the liquid. So part of it keeps on accumulating toxins. So if it, so the process of sex, now even dreams, and just removing it keeps on cleaning it. But if it keeps on accumulating, it keeps on growing. That's why someone first gets what we call BPH, benign prostate, so which is now blocks it becomes huge, it blocks. That one is for it, it's benign, but some just get actually the cancers, yeah, from it at an older age. So we're not promoting. I cannot speak for that. It is common. It's common. It is common. Well, I don't want to. We don't want to accuse. We don't want to accuse the priest and say, are they really not having sex? But we cannot be.
Maybe it's because they are not active.
There are risk factors.
Yes.
Because they doesn't mean that once you get it directly.
True.
There are risk factors.
I think someone who is up to
Contributes.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
inactivity.
Inactive, but
Now, like when you are aging,
yes.
that energy is not.
Yeah. So that's another good point. It's not just the women but also the man. Now, if because of diabetes you also cannot function, you are dormant. You also
Just
just
like the way you mentioned about the ladies not getting pregnant.
Mm.
Bro, you can end up doing what?
Yeah, getting this. Getting
Like
this.
it is with the priests,
Mm.
even many nuns
Yes,
always get
makes sense.
that cancer of the uterus,
Yes.
those ovarian,
True,
whatever
true,
cancers.
true. Even breast cancer.
Mm,
Yeah, it's true.
it's very common.
So yeah, these things God has created in us to work in a way, but because when we change, when we shift, when women stop giving men sex,
Christine only.
they,
Have you had?
oh no. Anyway, I'm just joking. So, but yeah, society. But I think the times are changing. But the good thing is things which you have mentioned, diet, exercise. If you control those, actually fasting, even fasting, because we have mentioned if you reduce the insulin resistance, if you reduce the glucose, the cancer cells will not be growing. So
So fasting is.
very important actually. It's very healthy. When you fast, you can make the cancer starve. You can make those cells die when you fast actually. Losing the weight, exercising, just doing those small things. Just like the saying used to be, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Yeah. So living healthy keeps cancers away.
No,
Yes.
this colono whatever scope.